So so all you've got to do is remove the hearing aid from the dock and replace, but it's not going to be in there, just place it in how you would. Yeah. And
it falls over.
Yeah, so how would you place it in? Magnets aren't that strong, but yeah, so it'd go something, pretty much how you've done it, yeah, like that. Yeah, just go to close it. So, would you say that's pretty self-explanatory?
Yeah.
Do you want to just say, so you either say bad or good, so opening the charging dock was that?
Yeah, well,
so just tick these circles. It's a guide that you'd get, almost like a manual,
like
just to show
instructions.
you instructions, yeah, for use. Okay, so you'd receive something like this.
Yeah.
And so what I would like to do is control the volume based off of what you see here, so what this is telling you. And what I'll tell you now what it uses is capacitive touch sensors. So if you've ever used like an Apple Magic Mouse,
yeah,
they have these touch sensors in, and you simply just scroll.
Yeah, my screen on my transmitter's like that.
Yeah.
RC one.
Yeah, so you just scroll it rather than having to push. So looking at
that's the volume control.
Well, if
sweeping.
If you look on here, if you would imagine it on your ear, it would be something like that on your ear.
Yeah.
So then
that bar.
This bar. So.
Yeah.
Just doing that.
Just sweeping it up. Yeah.
Sweeping up and down. So then, just coming back to this.
Yeah. Well, I got it wrong to start with. This go in the middle.
Yeah. So then finger positioning and slide surface.
Yeah.
So if it was actually in your ear, could we just put it onto that ear there? You don't have to put it in, just on. So if that was on your ear.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah?
Yeah. Up, down.
Easy to use?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, do you want to wear the hearing aid? You don't have to plug it in, just put it on. If you want to put it in, you can.
Has it been designed for use with glasses?
See, that's a thing to think about. Maybe perhaps bringing the size down.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is hearing aid and walk around, or just move around as if you were doing your thing.
Same, yeah. Well, you'll get some adhesion with the skin on the plastic.
Yeah.
So it will tend to stick, won't it?
Yeah, that's true. So like a bit of body heat will stick it on.
Yeah, it's fine. Comfort on here is fine, and I don't know that, but I'm sure that will be alright. But I never want a hearing aid. But
yeah.
Ease of unplugging from where?
So this would go into, it's basically an iPhone charger, but that would be in the wall.
Yeah.
And then you'd have this, which would go into the back
here.
So that would go. That would be
using a lightning connector.
Yeah, that's what I'd be using.
Is it Apple associated?
No.
And is the lightning connector, is that an Apple patent?
No, because this isn't an Apple product.
Oh, isn't it?
No, and they're actually now, like speakers and things. They all
using lightning.
Yeah,
oh, right.
I think by Apple doing it, they're trying to make the world shift towards using lightning cables.
Yeah, well, what they're actually doing is making it difficult for some people who use both systems.
So they can sell the.
Difficult because I have problems trying to play movies I take on the aeroplanes, and I can't play them through the iPad.
Yeah.
The stuff I've bought to put the chip into the iPad won't work.
Yeah, and then they sell the adapters.
Yeah, no.
Now they make more. Yeah. No, it's pretty. It's not good. So it's plugged in. So if you imagine this on your bedside, it would be like here, and you're going to unplug it. So there'll be like a wall here.
Yeah.
Just go to unplug it. And just okay, and then go
it's
to plug
easy.
it back in.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Simple.
So, but just so easy plugging in.
That's plugging in is slightly more difficult than unplugging.
Yeah.
Hand positioning, not a problem.
Is that because you have to see?
You have to look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Unplugging, you don't.
No, because you just
pull it out.
yank it out.
Mm.
Okay. So I'll just explain what. So do you know what the product does? What do you know?
It gives a signal. Is it Bluetooth that alerts to immobility?
Yeah, so there'd be a wireless chip in the hearing aid, and then an impact sensor and an accelerometer. So the moment you fall and there's an impact...
It lets the airbags off.
Yeah, it just explodes and protects your head. No, it would send an alert to this, which would be linked to the app or whatever people have, your family might have an app which would say...
Yeah, I wouldn't
Steve's
think any
fallen.
hearing aids were visually appealing, but we'll give that a 3, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. That's even easier. Well, that's simple as well, isn't it? You just lift it off the magnet.
Yeah. What's your... Because you know electronics quite well. Magnets and electronics,
Don't mix.
they don't mix, do they?
Well, that's something
could
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
You should make sure that when the electronics are designed, that they're magnetic field proof. Otherwise, you're going to have to put some guard in there, like mu metal, to guard the magnetism from the circuitry.
So the electronics would have to be magnetic proof, or I could just have something
Screen.
across here, like a line built in.
Yeah.
Just a wall, or
Yeah. And there is a metal called a mu metal, which is a mixture of nickel and iron and a couple of other trace elements that block magnetic fields, and they use them in some aircraft components to screen the component from magnetic fields.
Yeah. Do you think they have that large enough small enough for something this size?
Well, you may not need it because, I have bought some and it's just like foil. It looks like aluminium foil.
Yeah.
You can cut it with scissors, it's not very thick. But it breaks the magnetic field so that it's not affecting the electronic components.
Yeah.
But one of the specifics of designing it, I would say that you should say that you don't want magnetically influenced components.
Yeah, no, that's true. So what would an accelerometer, an impact sensor...
I would think they'll only be affected if they've got chokes in them, a choke being a coil. You've got a piece of wire that goes around and then goes back down somewhere else. It's called a choke, and I think they're measured in henries or millihenries or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
But if it has that, then it would be affected by the magnet.
Possibly.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but possibly.
No, possibly. Something to think about.
Yeah.
If this were to detect a fall, also I should mention, so the difference between when you put it down...
The thing that what you've got to watch is that you don't drop them while you're putting them in.
Yeah, that's exactly what that's like the biggest problem. So my plan would be to have this...
Fit them in bed.
Yeah, yeah. It would be to have like a deactivation thing where you'd hold across here for 10 seconds. Is my thought at the moment.
Yeah, but the problem I've had with these sophisticated cameras, although they're good resolution, the method of switching them on is sometimes a bit involved. To get it to, because it'll do PIR, it will only work when there's a movement, or you can organise it so that the infrared lights come on, so it'll record in the dark. So there's lots of signals you get by flashing lights
Yeah.
for the camera mode.
Yeah.
And what would be nice is that if the thing told you when something had been activated. So it would be nice if when you deactivated it for, say, 30 seconds, that you got 2 beeps or something.
Right. Okay. So a bit of feedback.
So that the person who's doing it knows that they've actually activated it, because they might just go like that. Jump
Yeah,
on the floor.
yeah.
You with me?
Yeah. So because they might think, right, I've done it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the whole family's panicking or,
Yeah,
or whatever.
because they think you're on your back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a really good point. Yeah. So to stop
Probably
the
puts 20 quid on the design cost.
yeah. See, this is all on footage, so if I make that change, you can.
I've got the
that's gonna
patent on that. Yeah.
So
Accelerometer, just going back a bit, the accelerometer is actually detecting the speed of impact as well.
not necessarily this. Well, yeah, I suppose it would, but it would be, say.
Or how fast it stops.
So say if up here, in the coding was 200, right, and down here is 0.
Yep.
So it detects where it is. So if it goes 200 to 100, that's the table side. If it goes 200 to 0 and there's the impact sensor goes off,
To get together.
it's a full.
That's, yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So
Good-
that-
good system. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a speaker in it and a microphone, this is technically like a communication tool.
Mm.
So if you were to fall and this person were to be alerted on the app or whatever, so here I've got Ken or hello,
Yeah,
it says
yeah.
hello, so Ken has fallen over, contact now, you'd click contact now, and then on their phone they'd be calling you. But no matter where you are, it doesn't matter as long as this is
It
in.
comes in, but that's on the floor, isn't it? In your head.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
There needs to be a way around that, because if that is on the floor,
You ain't going to hear it.
yeah. If you're
Or if it
unconscious,
bounces out when you hit the floor,
and then you need to go and grab it
if you're
to then
conscious.
put it back on if you're conscious. But what I'd hope for is
And
that
there's no perfect system.
no, there's not. This is what the user's doing. The user purchases the product and tells them the website here. So here, the medical data, their medical data, previous falls, their habits almost, and then the device can actually pick up habits. So if you go to bed at 10 o'clock, around then I could know that because you're putting that in at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I'm picking up patterns through this app and just using it.
Yeah.
But then if you go, say it's 1 a.m. and you still haven't put this on, it would then send an alert, like almost like a warning to the
Yeah.
family. What do you think of that? That's an idea. Is that intrusive or?
It's not intrusive, but I think it could be misleading if somebody has a flat one and they put it on charge and they think you've gone to bed and they haven't.
Yeah.
Just small things like that.
Yeah, because you could just be napping on the sofa
Yeah.
downstairs.
Yeah.
So it's trying to work out the
I
difference.
think that might be a step too far, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no, that's true. But it was just something I thought that
You could integrate
it
into
could
it.
integrate, yeah. One of the big things I want to integrate into it is reminders. So, especially for people that need to take medication.
Yeah.
So, it's something that just bleeps when it's the 4th hour, or if you have to take it every 4 hours, it would bleep to say, take medication, or just some sort of thing that
Well,
would,
it
and
could
then
be
you could
just
look,
a beep, beep, beep.
yeah, and then you could even look at your phone if you have the app and and it would say medication.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's not a problem. What about ease of battery change? Old people and batteries and little fiddly things.
Yeah. So, well, it'd almost be like an iPhone. You wouldn't do it yourself.
Well, it's got a lithium polymer built in.
It's Panasonic pin cell. They're tiny little pin cells. I don't have a picture in this
So
book.
a battery change isn't necessary on a regular basis. It's only when it's on 900 cycles or something.
Yeah. So
well, that's well, that doesn't enter into it then, really.
no. So it would last.
So are they lithium polymers or lithium ion?
This is them.
And when I say lithium ion, I mean lithium Fe.
Lithium ion. It's not.
Lithium ions are quite safe when they're used as one cell. It's when you start multiplying the cells to get the voltage up that you get problems, because they have to be balanced charged.
Right. So as long as there's just one.
Just one.
So there's one per thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is, so you can see it's like 20
2
mil.
centimetres, yeah.
2 centimetres is
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah.
That's the service. It's
Yeah.
you're cooking, you might fall, and then you could talk directly with the hearing emergency line or family. Anything you're looking at here that stands out that you think, what about that, or anything that could be thought about?
No, I mean, I think probably will possibly need a yearly service to check the battery capacity, because if things are going to fail, they usually fail at the worst possible time, which means that when the battery fails is the day you fall over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that might be a thing that like a yearly battery test.
A test.
You
Okay.
can do a capacity test on a battery to check that it still produces what it should for as long as it should.
Yeah. And what do you think? The customer would have to send this off to the company, or do you think that could be something that's done through this?
I think it could be done so that you could change it yourself. You only need to put a little door like a little thumb screw thing, and
Yeah.
just put another battery in, because
Yeah.
they're only spring contacts.
Okay.
You wouldn't need it hard soldered in,
No.
just on spring contacts, and you just put it in like a watch battery.
Yeah. So if like this could come off,
Well, just one
something could slip.
end, and you just put a new cell in,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
something
No.
like that.
That's Okay.
But these obviously going to last at least a year, so you would expect to pay something up to £1 for it,
Yeah.
and be simple to change with a spring-loaded
Yeah.
little button at the end.
No, that is a good point to get it out, because you don't want to be sending it off. You need this
No,
every day.
because you need them.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people will probably only buy one
Mm.
to start with.
Yeah.
So then, if they've got to have it serviced, they're deaf.
Yeah. For a week,
Yeah.
and then it's
Or
lost
more.
in post.
Oh, we've lost it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I've got like stickers and stuff, so I'm gonna have this here logo on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have product markings on here, so it's gonna say like designed by Hugo Franklin, blah blah, all that, made in wherever. But yeah, so I'd have like stickers in here, but what that would actually represent in the real thing would be the charge for each one. So you'd put it in, and it would have to be like a bar.